Yo, I'm back. C sharp, let's go. Sama tapos last time. If ellipse. Okay. No biggie. Ano yung pinapanood ko? Si Rockies. Yeah, okay.
Video. So
This one is the last thing I made. Basically, ano lang naman siya, basic calculator. Same as I did in Python a while ago. There you go. 15, let's try 26. Naka-doubles naman to eh. 390. Ay, oh yeah. Yeah, doubles may total. Still works. Try it again. Okay, 15. 8 to magana to. Yeah, 1.875. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Tama ba? 15 divided 8. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. Basic lang to. Console. Right line na siya. Then meron kang read line na kumukuha nung input. Then naka-number designation sa variable na num01, num02. Then yung third one is operator. Tapos if operator positive dito, then total ng plus plus. Yun lang naman yun, basic lang to siya. Compare almost same ng Python. Yeah, console write down the result is plus total. Yeah. Gusto ko gawin yung I mean yung bank something in C sharp. Just a simple ATM bank something. I just wanna make one of these. It's pretty cool. Kinda wanna make one. But tapusin ko muna yung for loops para magawa ko siya. So let's go for loops.
now loops allow us to repeat code. Now
Yeah.
loops allow us to repeat code. See what I did there? This means that we can repeat certain parts of our program. This is extremely handy as we often want things to happen over and over again depending on the situation. This allows us to do anything from printing the
Wait. Narinig ba nung ano ko? Nag-double siya, no?
numbers 1 through 10 to creating a guessing game where the player has to guess a number. Here we could have the computer pick a random
Wait. The audio from the PC is being picked up in the mic. How is that happening with that?
number between 1 and 5. Then the player could type in a number. If the player types in the wrong number, we can simply allow them to guess again. We could then repeat this process until the player
Is it the buzzing? Oh no, it's the buzzing, I'm sorry. That good? Yeah, that good? Masyadong mahina. Okay. Okay. This one? Oh yeah, there you go.
guesses the right number and we print out correct. So loops are extremely important and really cool because they allow us to take advantage of the computer in a way we haven't done before.
Yeah.
But before we get into it, this video is sponsored by Jason. The course teaches you how to structure your game and the list goes on. The most awesome part is a Discord channel where pretty. Now in general, there are two types of loops.
Actually, hindi ko alam yung types ng loops. Gumagawa lang akong loops.
For loop
Alam ko lang while loop. Yung gamit-gamit
and
ko eh.
while loop. Let's start by having a look at the for loop. For loops are used when we want to repeat code a certain number of times. Let's say we want to print out the numbers 1 through 10. Now you could just
Cringe.
write console.writeLine 10 times, but that quickly gets pretty cumbersome. Instead, we would simply use a for loop that runs 10 times. We say that the for loop runs for 10 iterations. The cool thing about a for loop is that it gives us a variable that tells us what iteration we're currently at. We often just call this I. We normally start this at 0. So the first time the loop runs, I is 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and so on.
Yep.
And we can use this in our code. If we want to print out the numbers 1 through 10, we just put console.writeLine inside of our for loop and have it write out I plus 1. So when we
Oh.
run our program, I starts at 0, and so 0 plus 1 is 1. The second time it prints 1 plus 1, which is 2, and so on.
Is that
Of
it?
course, we still need some code that tells it how
Ah.
many times it should repeat.
I thought
So
that's
we'll get the hang of it. So first off, we write what should happen before. In other words, we create the I variable and set it equal to 0.
For
Write
int.
what should happen before the loop starts. Here we write int I equals 0 and then a semicolon. In other words, we create the I variable and set it equal to 0. We
Yeah.
then write the condition that needs to be met for our loop to keep running. In this case, we want the loop to run as long as I is less than 10. Again, we end this with a semicolon. Then finally, we need to tell the computer what happens after each loop. In our case, each time we've gone through the loop, we want to increase I by 1. The shorthand notation for this is I++.
Wow.
So we're creating a variable called I.
Okay.
We're
Sobrang, it's so different from Python. Wow.
telling it to increment by 1 after each iteration, and we want to keep running the loop as long as I is less than 10. And that's it. If we run our program now, it prints out all the right numbers. But this is just counting to 10. We can do much cooler stuff by just changing the code inside of our for loop. Let's try it out. Alright, so to create a for loop, we write for, and we could actually create this by hand, or we could go down to this option that says for loop and simply hit tab. And as you can see, this is going to auto-complete a for loop
Oh.
for us. And the cool thing is that first here, we can go ahead and specify
Ano
the
ba
variable
yun? Taril? I'm gonna destroy the code. Okay, it didn't work.
name for loop for us. And the cool thing is, and as you can see down to this option that says for loop,
Oh. Okay. That's handy.
and simply hit tab. And as you can see, this is going to auto-complete a for loop for us. And the cool thing is that first here, we can go ahead and specify the variable name. We could set this to X or J or just the standard I. And if we hit tab again, we can choose a length or how many times we want the for loop to run. So in our case, we can just set that to say 10. If we then hit tab
Okay.
again, it's going to complete the for loop and we can now write some code inside. So a handy little trick there. Now to print out the numbers 1 through 10, we write console.writeLine, and then we simply feed it I plus 1.
Okay.
Again, because I starts at 0, and we want to go 1, 2, 3, and not 0, 1, 2. And indeed,
Only 0?
now default in our case, again, X tab. We could go, as you can see, this is going to auto-complete a for loop for us.
Why is there
and the
0?
cool thing is one, which is we want it out. Alright, we've gone through the loop run as 0 and then as I equals 0, but don't worry, you will get the hang of it. So first off, we write what should happen before the loop starts. Here we write int I equals 0 and then a semicolon. In other words, we create the I variable and set it equal to 0. We then write the condition that needs to loop. That for loop for us. And the cool thing is,
Okay.
10. If we then, so a handy little dot right I. Indeed, if we run this program, we can see that it should keep going as long as I add to I every time. There's another way to do this. Instead of adding 1 onto I every time, we could go up here and
Yeah.
simply start our I variable at 1. So it doesn't start at 0, it starts at 1. And it will keep going as long as I is less than or equal to 10. So this way, we're actually just setting our I variable to what we want it to be from the beginning. And if we run our program, we can see that it does the exact same thing.
Okay.
So what this means is that we can easily change the parameters of our for loop in order to have it do different things. Say for example, we wanted to count down from 10 instead of up to 10. Here we could just set I equal to 10 from the beginning. Then every time the loop is done, instead of incrementing by 1, we want to decrement by 1. So I is going to be reduced by 1 here. And we want to keep doing this for as long as I is greater than 0. So I starts at 10, we're going to subtract 1 for every time we've gone through the loop, and we're going to keep doing this as long as I is greater than 0. And if we now run the program, as we can see, it gives us the numbers 10, 9, 8, all the way down to 1.
Cool.
Really, really cool. But just printing out I isn't very exciting. Let's instead have it calculate some cool numbers for us.
Sure, let's try. Command palette, new project. Up. Okay. Okay. There you go. Ito na, hello world. Playground. Ground? Try mo natin current. Okay. Damn, ang tagal. Playground, okay. Try natin yun. Loop, ano ba? 4? Loop, I equals 0. Length 10. Then hello. Oh, no. No, paano ba? Try mo natin yung ginagawa niya. It's me. Okay. Okay, playground 0, 1 to 10. Negative 1 para... Alam ko pwede ka mag-type dito. Kunyari, hello. There you go. 100 nga lang. Nagawa ko. Let's say, I lang. Print yan 100 times. There you go. Yun. 1, 299 ata. Oh, 99. Paano maglagay ng text? Kasi nilagay ng text pero most of the time kasi pwede yan eh. Then
I'm going to set I 10 and then instead of just writing out I, let's go ahead and calculate something cool and raise it to the power of x. This is going to give some cool numbers because 2 to the power of 1 is 2, 2 to the power of 2 is 2 times 2 with each, and then 6 is really cool even numbers that are doubled every time. And if we imagine that instead of x here we just use our I variable, we can create this series of numbers really easily. So to calculate this, let's first create a variable that is going to hold the result. Let's make this an integer, let's call it result, and let's write an equal sign. And now to calculate 2 to the power of I, we actually need a mathematical function. So far all of the math we've done has been addition or subtraction, but now we need to raise 2 to the power of another number.
Times 2.
To do this, we use all kinds of things.
What the fuck?
Class. This has a bunch of mathematical functions that do all kinds of things. So if we write dot here, we can actually see these different functions. We have sine and tangents, we have the square root, We can round a number or truncate it. We can do all kinds of things here. And what we want to look for
The
is
hell?
the pow function.
Pow.
Or raising a number to the power of another number.
Power,
Here
huh?
we open some parentheses, and first we write in the number that we want to raise to a power. So in our case that's 2. Then we write comma, and then the number that specifies the power. In our case we want to raise 2 to the power of I. Let's close this off, and as you can see this is giving us a red line. It's saying cannot implicitly convert type double to int.
Double.
The reason for this is that our math function returns a double, and our variable is currently of type int. So we could either convert this number to an integer, or we could simply change our variable type to double. Let's just do that. Then instead
Okay.
of writing out I, let's simply write out the result. And if we now run this program, as we can see it gives us the
No, I think I got it. Okay. Let's say word. No, word. No, kailangan ko palagay siyang ano. String. Equals. I don't know if this will work. No problem. Wait. Wait. Paano ba to? No. Close. Okay. Ano pala ba si Copilot? Quick fix, explain. Pwede ba yun? Okay, pwede pala yun.
let's simply
Okay, try nga natin. Make me simple code job C#. Hello lang. Ayun nga main void for int. Wait, yun lang ba yun? Kailangan kong gawin? So, ay! Sorry. Hello. Ano pala kailangan? So, tama yung pagkakaintindi ko. Oh my goodness. Or ulit niya hello. So, okay. As long as nasa inside pala siya nito, ulit niya. Okay. right line. Okay.
To write out the result. And if we now run this program, as we can see, it gives us the right series of numbers. We have 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and it keeps going until the number gets very big. And indeed, there are 10 of these. But currently our program does the same thing every time. It would be cooler if we could allow the user to determine how many numbers we should print. To do that, let's go to the top here, and let's write console.write how many cool numbers do you want? And then give them some space to write that in. Then we can gather the result into
Read.
some kind of variable. I'm going to write int, let's call it count, and set it equal to console.readline. And of course, remember, we need to convert this to an integer, so we'll go convert.toInt32 and wrap that around. There we go, so we're asking the user to input a number. They input a number and we call it count. And now, right now, our for loop is going from 1 to 10. Instead of just going to 10 every time, we can actually go in here and have it continue as long as I is less than or equal to count. And so our
Okay.
for loop will repeat a number of times determined by what the user has put in. And if we run this now, our program asks how many cool numbers do you want? We can put in, say, 15, and as you can see, it prints out 15 of the numbers in this 2 to the power of I series. Awesome! So that's how you can get started repeating code using
Ito akin din ah. Oh my god, di ko alam yan. Oh, select default profile. Ganun pa rin eh. Hindi pa rin siya nag-run eh. Ayaw na, sige, dyan ka na lang. Okay.
for loops. But one of the most common ways to use for loops and where they really start to shine is when we have a look at lists and arrays. And we will do that in the
List mo yung ano, array list.
next video. So just know that for loops are about to get even cooler. Now, the second type of loop is the while loop.
While.
This is used when we want to repeat code for as long as a certain condition is met. Here, we often don't know beforehand how many times the loop is going to run. Say we close the die until we hit a 6. And the syntax parentheses followed by some curly brackets. And inside the parentheses, we put the condition that needs to be met in order for a while loop to run. In this case, we probably have some kind of roll variable that is some number between 1 and 6, depending on what we roll the die. If we don't write them correctly, we might accidentally put in a condition that will always be true. Say 6.
Yep.
And so this loop will keep running
I
and
mean-
running as long as roll is not equal to 6.
Not equal.
Then, inside of our curly brackets, we can simply roll the die by setting our roll variable to some number between 1 and 6. Our roll will always have a value between 1 and 6. And so this loop will, trust me, you will make this mistake at some point. Every programmer has. Now let's try it out in VS Code. Now for this program, we want to have the ability to create random numbers. And to do that, we first have to kind of define a number generator. So we're going to type in random here. We're then going to type in the name of our number generator. I'm just going to call it number gen. And we can set it equal to a
Wait,
new.
random is a
To
ano.
do that, we first have to kind of define a number generator. So we're going to type in random here,
So may
by two
random.
parentheses and a
Kailangan ng
semicolon.
import.
I know the syntax for this is currently very full, and we can set it equal to a new random followed by two parentheses and a semicolon. I know the syntax for this is currently very weird. It looks kind of like a variable and kind of like a function, and then there's this new word. Just ignore it for now. We'll get into why this is written this way later when we learn about classes. But for now, just write after me. Just know that what this allows us to do is go numberGen dot and then write next, and this is a function that is going to give us a random number between a minimum and maximum value. So we can put in two values here and it's going to give us a random number between the two. And we'll use that in a second. But first, we probably want to create some variables. We want an integer that is going to store what we rolled, and let's just default that to 0. We're also going to create another integer, and this is going to keep track of how many attempts we've used in order to roll that 6. So let's just call it attempts and also default this to 0. And now we can create our while loop. So we want to create a while, open and close some parentheses, open and close some curly brackets, and inside of the parentheses here we want to put our condition. In our case, we want to keep rolling as long as our roll is not equal to 6, in which case we've rolled a 6 and we want to exit out of this while loop. Then inside of the loop, we can go ahead and set roll equal to a random value between 1 and 6. And this is where we use our number generator. So we go numberGen dot next, just like I showed you. This is a function that will give us a random number. And first we input our minimum number, that is going to be 1. This is what we call inclusive, which means that the number that we write is going to be included in the numbers that are possible. So we can roll 1, 2, so comma here, and then the second value, which is going to be the maximum number that we can roll, and this is exclusive. So this number is not included in what is possible. So in other words, we need to write 7 here. So we can go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 7 is exclusive. I know you might be thinking now, why have the first number be inclusive and the second number be exclusive? That's just very counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But there is actually a good reason for this, and you will see it later. For now, we can just close this with a semicolon, and that should give us a random number between 1 and 6. Then we can maybe write out what we rolled, so we can do console.writeLine, you rolled, and then put in our roll. And finally, after each attempt, we want to go ahead and increase attempts by 1. So we're going to increment attempts here by just writing attempts plus plus. And if we just run this program now, we can see that I rolled a 2, a 4, a 5, then a 1, and it keeps going until I rolled a 6. Awesome. Now of course, after we rolled the 6, we want to write out how many attempts that took. And we do that by adding some code down here. And the reason for this is that our code is read from the top here, so we create a random number generator, we create two integers, we then enter into this while loop, and this is going to keep repeating until we roll that 6, and only once we do that is the code going to continue down and run whatever we put down here. So think of it like our computer is getting stuck on this loop, and it won't get to whatever we write down here until after it's finished.
Yeah.
And once it is, we can write console.writeLine. It took you, then we can write out how many attempts, and then another string here, attempts to roll a 6. There we go. And indeed, if we run this program again, we can see that I rolled a bunch of times and it took me 10 attempts to roll a 6.
Okay.
Awesome. And a cool thing about looping is that we can actually make it a tiny bit interactive, because right now it just prints all of the numbers at once, which is a bit overwhelming. So let's instead have the user press a key before we continue to the next roll.
Nalagay mo yan dito.
So at the top here, we can just say console.writeLine, press enter to roll the die. Then inside of our while loop, before we actually roll, we want to go ahead and put in some kind of console.read key.
Ayun, read key.
So this is just going to wait for the user to press any key. Right now we're not checking if the user presses the enter key or anything else, but I think that's fine for this example. So what we're doing is we're running out press enter to roll the die, and then inside of our while loop, before we do each roll, every time this loop goes through, we're going to wait for the user to press a key. So if we now run the program, it says press enter to roll the die. I'm going to press enter here, we roll a 3, and we'll press again, another 3, and I'm going to keep going like this until we roll a 6. And then it says it took you 4 attempts to roll a 6. Very, very cool. Now, for this week's challenge, I want you to expand this idea of rolling a die. In fact, I want you to create a program that rolls 2 dice at once. You can then check how many attempts it takes before you roll 2 of a kind. So here's an example of how that might look. As you can see, it says press enter to roll the dice. I'm going to press enter here, and it's going to roll both dice 1 and 2. On the first one, I rolled a 3, on the second one, I rolled 1. And I can keep doing this until I roll 2 of a kind. As you can see, for my last roll, I rolled 2 3s, and it took me 9 attempts to roll 2 of a kind. Now, to do this, you need to create another roll variable. Then, change the condition of the while loop so that it will run as long as the 2 rolls are different. Then, inside the while loops, make sure that you're assigning random numbers to both roll variables. And finally, you want to print out the number of attempts. So have fun with it, and remember that, as always, I've posted my solution to this week's challenge on the Brachis forum. So
The Brachis forum still on?
check that out using the link in the description.
Where? Bitly, okay. Nope, I don't want to read. I don't want to read. I want to try. I want to try.
If you get stuck. That's pretty much it for this video.
Ang weird no ano eh. Itong wala bang ano. Ayoko niyan. Gusto kong gawin. Ang weird nitong program na to. Yung number gen. Explain. Yung random kasi walang ganong idea sa Python, kailangan mo siyang i-import eh. Random is a class system, namespace generates random number gen. To 7, the first number 17 exclusive minimum, the lowest number it can return. Okay na. is a class from system namespace that generate. Itong inclusive lowest number it can return. Second, exclusive, it will not return 7. Ba't kailangan man exclusive? Why? Need for exclusive. Exclusive number. Bakit kailangan pa na exclusive number? Exclusive number. Okay. Range exclusive. Next number 1 to 6. That's number 6 number like that. Totoo nga. But di pwedeng 1 to 6 na lang? Yeah, I know it starts to 0. So always if both are inclusive, you'd have always subtract 1. For example. But then people would forget it only goes to 5. Basta minus 1, hindi ko pa rin gets eh. So ow. Okay. No. Bakit 7? Nagets ko na. Hindi ko pwede mag-0. Kasi pag nag-0 ka to 6, hanggang 5 lang siya. So, gagamitin 1 hanggang 7. Okay. So dumb as fuck. Okay, I get it. Okay, new random. Atong next. Ano tong next? Next.17. Ano yun? Okay. I got it. Random is a class in C# from system names that lets you generate random numbers. Number dyan yung pangalan niya. So random. New random initializes a random generator. Ano yung now explain the ano. So ano yun? Yung new next ito. Ay, roll. Basta yung number 3. Next. Sudo. Kasi lagay sa next eh. Okay. Weird. Try natin. While loop naman, while loop. Ayun, while true lang kasi ginagamit ko eh. Wala pa mga random generator. Ano yun? Random gen. Teka, explain mo nga ulit sa akin yun. Can you make hiwagaan ako sa random number generator. Basta all you need to know is this. Creates a random generator, yun lang. Basta yun lang. Basta ito siya. Hindi nyo sinasabi sa akin kung gawa niya eh. Variable name, reference, that's it. Reference nga yung name yan. New random, creates new object. I don't know. Wild true yung ginamit hindi eh. Ba't ko naman gawing wild true yan? Ba't ako? Ayaw nga, ang kulit naman na yun. Okay. Ay gag, hindi pa siya nasa loob ng loop. Kasi hindi siya mag-save. Hindi dapat nested. Dapat lang. Wala akong main program. Role equals gen at next. Okay. Attempts plus plus weird yung plus plus na yan. Then ba't mali? So ito, try again. Oh wow, you rolled the 4, you rolled 3. It took you 14 attempts to roll a6. Ginawa niya, gawa ka ng so that lead key. Nasagyan mo siya. Press enter to roll a die. I think that's it. Okay, mali. Oh, na naman. Palagi na lang eh. Okay. Took you 6 attempts to roll a6. Okay. Okay, okay. I should make something next time yung parang i-half niya yung screen. Should try on that sometime. I mean, I get it, but like, ang weird kasi. Lalo na tong random noun gen. Very new. Yun nga eh, while hanggang ginamit niya yung foundation, tsaka lang siya i-stop. Kasi ginagamit ko while true sa Python. While true. Saan ko ba ginamit yun? Shop 5. Yun ako, while true to eh. While true. I-stop lang siya kapag yun, order input if order is done. Tsaka lang siya i-stop. Break loop. Pero pwede mo lang yung while order equals done. Baka pwede naman yun. Save natin to. Save. Paano mag-rename? Pwede ba yun? File rename. Pwede ba? Sana hindi masira yung code. Gagi, hindi yata pwede. Top 1, okay. Basta yung console thread. Tagal ah. Pag nasa file, yun yung pangalan niya. Parang eh. Walang bago. Well, that's that. Save na. So, kung gawin ulit yun. Ito yung bagong project. Ay. Command palette. Oh. Hello? Okay. Working. No. Yun, okay. Gawin ko yung ginagawa niya. Ay, naman sa kanina. Ayun na lang. Masyado eh. Okay. Tayo si pala ito. Gawin ko 2 dice. I-roll niya. Dyan pa rin. Ay, hindi. Teka lang. Wait, how would this work? 2 dice. Means, kailangan ko ng 2 attempts.
Roll back his numbers to change my last roll. Enter here. It's going to roll both dice 1 and 2. On the first one I rolled a 3, on the second one I rolled 1. And I can keep doing this until I roll 2 of the kind. As you can see for my...
No, same lang. Basically, yung Namgen magiging dalawa to. Roll. Ito yung die 1. Die 1, roll. 0. Ay, oo nga, paano yun? Teka lang. Kailangan naman kumuha ng dalawang num dyan eh. Taka paano yun? Ang help, konting help lang. Sabi si roll 1 tsaka roll 2 eh. Pwede ba yun? Bawal yung dalawa. Paano? Roll 2. Okay nga, gawa lang ako ng dalawang num dyan. Oh, basically, ayun na yun. Die 2. Roll on. Ano mag-equal to 6 yan? Ba't wala na? Saglit lang. Huh. Roll 1 to roll 2. Wala nang foundation na 6. Removal is not a roll. Same ba or at magkaroon ako ng spawn 6?
I rolled 2, 3. Keep doing N2 until I roll 2 of a kind.
Ah, 2 of a kind. Ah, my goodness. Akala ko ano. 2 of a kind pa lang hinahanap. Hindi ako nakikinig. Kaya pala. Paano yun? Oh my goodness. Ano may tuldok? Nakalimutan na gaano pa pala yan. Front slash n. Bawal. Ba't bawal? A plus. Ang backslash n pwede rin eh. Hindi pala to roll a 6. Ba't 6 pa rin hanap niya? Hindi nagpiprint tong die roll 1 at die roll 2. Ba't hindi eh? Die roll 1, die roll 2. Oh nga, die roll 2. Read key. Oo, nag-error lang. Man, I'm getting 0. Attempts. Ba't nagbe-break yung loop? Anong nangyayari? Nangyari? New random in die roll 0 0 0 0. Hindi nagpiprint itong author right line. Reloaded. The hell eh? Oh. Explain nyo nga. Tama nga lang. You gotta be kidding me. That's it. Okay. Ganun pa rin eh. May nag-error pa rin siya. Anyari? Ayun, double 6 sa alam ko ganun. Anyari? Press enter to roll a die. Die to roll. Yes. Tama naman yung say almost same. Oh, sorry. Okay. Laka. Ito naman yung error niya. Ano ba to? Uy, hindi ah. Uy, hindi ata. No, I didn't. Do. Kaya nga, do while loop. Kung nalaman niya na. Uy, hindi ah. Ba't ganun? What? Ah, kasi nagbo-vote silang 0. Tako. Ano sa GPT? Lagi ito nangyayari. Bakit ganun? Lagi na lang ganun eh. Save natin. Okay ba? Um, okay. Yun, hindi na siya nag-error. Ayan, 0 ulit. Oo nga, kailangan mo nga siya i-force. So, die roll 1, die roll 2. Not equal. Kaso 0 sila both, so equal sila agad. Die roll 1 is valued 0, then die roll 2 is 0. Then, if start may while loop, while die roll is not equal to die roll 2, well, nag-initialize siya, die roll 1, die roll 2 are both is 0, so they would give out 0 attempts kasi both na sila agad na naka-import na value ng 0. So, kahit mag-console read key ka, hindi siya mag-generate nito, i-ignore niya lahat yan. Automatic this one agad. Best way, lagyan mo ng value agad yung isa. So, start at 0. Here you go, 6 to get out of right. Ako nga may 1 nga, kaya pala. Okay, na-miss ko yun. Okay. Weird. Needs to start at 1 so that stops if both value are equal. Ay, hindi. Ano yun? Not equal yun, diba?
If we don't write in and then there's this give us comma equal to star roll is not equal to 6.
Ayun nga. Not equal is equal to 6. Ano ba ginagal ko yan? Bawal. Dapat hindi sila mag-equal. Ah, okay. Weird. Diba that not equal? Stops if both are equal pala. Will range. Increment ba yun? Increment. Value. Okay. Ito na yun basically. Try natin ulit. Okay. Ito na naman yung error na to. Ewan ko talaga sa error na to eh. Oh. Ano? Laging may error na ganito. Tama naman. Iinis ako niya sa error na yun. Nakakainis. Gusto ko gumawa ng sarili kong project. Then, close folder. Oh. Guessing game. Actually, meron akong simple login system na ginawa na. I think it's this one. Oh, it's this one. Try and improve. Lagyan natin siyang while loop. Kasi pag nilan ko to, alam ko i-stop mo siya if tsaka pa if else statement lang siya. Kanya lagay ka ng kahit anong name. Hindi pag mali hindi siya stop. String password, pasa siya sa while loop. Okay. While true, babalikin mamaya wait lang. Continue, meron bang break dito. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung break. Pwede naman yan. Okay. Okay. So try yan pag nasira. Alam ko else yun eh. Pass. Ayan. Okay. So it works. Ganun din, break. Pero alam ko, ginagamit ko dito back then. Di siya break. While true. Break din ba? Hindi, ginamit ko sa sa coffee shop eh. V5. Wala yung ginagamit yan eh. Done. Ay, hindi, break loop nga. Pagdaso siya noon. Para didiretso siya dito. Yeah. Break loop. Meron parang break. Dun sa ano eh. Just this one. Simple lang, password system C#. String password. 89 if password is password. Okay. Very nice. I think this is how far. Hindi, wala pang list tsaka arrays. Hanggang dun ako sa Python. Basically, hanggang dito. Okay naman ako dito, men. Tomorrow na lang. Ulit. Mag-ako na lang. Yep. That's it for now. Pang day 15 nata.